Welcome back. Kunle, don't laugh. And
I'm not laughing.
all right, let's go. Let's talk about Nigerian Football Federation, and well, they're in the spotlight now, and we'll be talking about them because the drama continues. We expect that the Congress will hold. It didn't hold. That's first thing, and that if it had held, probably they would have ratified the decision to impeach Aminu Megere. But that didn't happen. What happened was that the NFF distancing itself from a pre-Congress resolution passed by 26 delegates, including State FA chairman. You know, for the Congress, you have delegates, you have 44 delegates.
Yeah.
And you have the State FA chairman there. You have, well, I think it should be 44, it's 43 because the LMC is not elected, so it makes it 43. And so you have State FA chairman, the referees, representative, the football players, the representative, and all of that, making up that number. And what they needed was just to get a two-third to get the decision. But some have said it was looking as if they weren't going to get that decision, and the Congress was put on hold. But that's what happened, and as things unfold, we will bring it to you. And you can trust us, later tonight, we'll have more time on our hands to look at all of the issues and dissect it properly. But Kunle, where does this leave us as we look at all of this? We just chopped off the snake's head, but it's not. The snake is not dead.
Yeah. We thought that the whole issue have actually ended, that it had died down last week, and our football can actually continue. But what we are seeing is completely different. And if things continue like this, we'll continue to witness chaos, and this might actually attract the Federation International Football Association. And if the other party, both parties do fail to agree, they might go to court, the normal court, and this will definitely attract FIFA, just like I said earlier, and sanction might just be looming. Okay.
Well, at that pre-Congress resolution, where all Aminu Megere needed was that the tutor should not be complete. Feelers we're getting was that 30 were even saying that decision was not right in the first place. So I don't know. I don't want to say we have. I don't want to say we have trouble looming, but it's not looking good.
That's just a fact.
It's not looking good.
Yeah.
This morning. But let's talk about what's looking good, and that's the Federation Cup. Played semi-finals, played yesterday. Can you quickly talk about the results of? We're going to bring you one of the matches, but quickly, let's talk about the results of the matches played yesterday.
Yeah, one of the games I played in Abuja, involving Dolphins of Port Harcourt and Prime FC of Oshogbo. The Dolphins actually secured a 1-0 victory in that fixture. The goal was scored by Ebube Okpowu in the 14th.
And the one on your screen?
Yeah, the other game involved Eyimba taking on Giwa FC. It was also very keenly contested, but Eyimba elsewhere beating them. The goal was actually scored by Raphael Boasong. And, one of the players of Giwa FC was red carded in that game, giving them with a lesser option. And, Eyimba will playing in their fourth.
So it's going to be they are going Eyimba Dolphins in the final?
In the final. The game will be played at the Teslim Balogun Stadium on August 16. I said Dolphins are going in for their 5th trophy, while the People's Elephant, Eyimba Football Club of Aba, also going in for their 4th.
And it was good for Dolphins, for Eyimba, first time they're able to defeat Giwa.
Yeah, it's a very, very good one. They've had bitter experiences from the games they played against Giwa, but they were able to actually make their experience count by beating them at the fixture.
All right, so let's. That's the pictures, but we don't really have much time. Well, that was the goal. We don't really have much time this morning, so we'll give you that later on. All right, let's move on now, and let's move on this morning and leave the domestic scene and travel abroad quickly. Kunle, let's talk about transfers. Let's talk about this man, former Real Sociedad player Antoine Griezmann, has moved now to Atletico Madrid. A lot is happening a lot of players moving, some staying put, some, and that's the player being unveiled. And Atletico Madrid really spending money. Lost Diego Costa, but recruiting players.
Yeah, it's a good one for them because they've lost most of the top players they have in their rank that help them win
the La Liga title for them.
Title last season. And bringing in Guzman is a very good one for them. They were
Adding that to Mandzukic.
Mandzukic, yeah, they were able to beat the 25 million pounds.
But they are saying all the names you're hearing, like Santi Cazorla, Javier Hernandez, all of those players will not come. And that's what the club president is saying. But this one, signed, sealed, and delivered, Antoine Griezmann. All right. Usually in transfer periods, a move could trigger other moves.
Absolutely.
And what has happened at Arsenal, you have Debuchy there, Chambers there, and has triggered a move. Carl Jenkinson has left on loan. News just reaching us this morning has it that Arsenal right back Carl Jenkinson has moved to West Ham. I mean, it was expected, really.
Yeah, absolutely, because Arsenal just secured the services of Matthew Debuchy and the other guy from Tottenham,
from Southampton,
who
Chambers.
can play, in different positions,
center back,
right
wing
back. So I think the move to away from Arsenal is a very good one for him.
All right, so I don't know, but for Carl Jenkinson, West Ham, that's the guy. It just happened this morning. I think
he needs a club where he can get, guarantee the regular playing time.
But what does it tell you about the guy's character? It says he will not be seeking a permanent move. Wherever he goes, he's on loan. Yeah. He believes he still has a future with Arsenal.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about another player. Most people usually laugh when you mention his name. Before, he was one of the most feared strikers in European football, but these days he is the most lampooned, joked about striker. Let's talk about Fernando Torres this morning. Surprise, surprise. Jose Mourinho says Fernando Torres, £50 million, Fernando Torres will not leave Chelsea.
Yeah, I think, coach Jose Mourinho really has his reasons why he has decided that, if Fernando Torres, El Nino will not be leaving Chelsea. Was heavily linked with Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, 4 seasons, he never got past 12 goals.
12 goals, but
And now he's going to stay.
There's a reason which Mourinho actually gave. He talked about the fact that Romelu Lukaku has just moved to Everton for £28 million, and they need about 3 strikers in their fold. And he said El Nino is actually.
So what that tells us is El Nino will not be the first pick.
He will not be the first pick, but of course he can always get to play in the FA Cups, and
probably some variations of formations.
Absolutely,
get to play sometimes. All right, okay. Let's leave transfers and quickly this morning move to the papers. We're pressed for time, but we're going to quickly do this. We're going to start with Complete Sports this morning. Interesting stories, all the stories we've already talked about. Ogagbere grabs 200 meters gold. That story is on the top corner of Friday's Complete Sports. Other interesting stories, Chelsea rake in £141 million from transfers. And this one, bottom strip, should interest you. Yaya Toure hails Iheanacho. That story is on the bottom strip. I mean, it will make an interesting read. What does Yaya Toure say about Kelechi Iheanacho? All right, Brume leaps to long jump gold. That's still talking about the 2014 Commonwealth Games. It's all on the front page of Complete Sport this morning. Let's quickly move on from Complete Sport this morning and go to other papers for review. Of course, that's Sporting Life on your screen. And Kunle, what do we have here? Super Eagles job. NFF gets Keshi's Riot Act. That story is on page 14. And I mean, it will make an interesting read. What is going to happen to Keshi, especially with all of these things happening in the NFF. So grab a copy of Sporting Life to get a full gist. We have other story. Vidal passes Man United medical. That story is on page 2. Probably they know what we don't know. Okay. Benzema seals €7 million Real contract. Okay. That story also on page 2. Bayern Munich join the Maria race. Well, some said he was on his way to Paris Saint-Germain, but it appears it's not going that way. And our last paper for review, as we wrap up things this morning, Soccer Star, fresh trouble hits NFF. That story is on page 15. We talked briefly about that, but of course you can join us later tonight when we dissect all of it and look at the issues objectively as we can. And on the top corner, transfer news, transfer update. Arsenal, this has been on for almost 2 weeks. Arsenal close to £23 million securing Kedira's, I guess that's what it's just trying to say. And of course, bottom straight, Keshi have unfinished business with Eagles. Okay, all right. So that's been the show this morning. Kule, I really want to thank you for your time on the show this morning, and you can join us later tonight for Sports Tonight when we have more time on our hands. But we leave you, if time permits, with tennis. Thomas Berdych crashing out in Washington, and that's talking about the City Open.
Game, boss me soon. Game, boss me soon. Crosby still leads. Mr. Bradley changing the call on the right side and slide the ball has called out. Game set match must be seen 2 sets to love. 6-2, 6-4.
Game, Ramage. Game, set and match, Ramage. 2 sets to love. 7-6, 7-6.